Hi, everyone. I'd like to introduce Luke Mattern here. Luke has been using the Poly platform since the very beginning. He's actually one of I think the seventh store that Travis, our founder, started up, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
At least that's what he told us.
Yeah. He works at Wawiko, which is a single rooftop here in our home state of Vermont.
Yeah. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Luke?
Good. Doing great.
Okay, so tell us, why do you use Poly?
Boy, tons of reasons. I use Poly. It helps me with customers. It helps me with deals. It helps me with gross. It really is a very easy platform to use. I use it personally. I'm a customer of Poly, so it's just a great, very user-friendly platform.
So what did you think of Poly when it was first introduced to you?
Skeptical, but it worked out. We started using it. I was at a different store then, a much higher volume, new car dealership, and it worked very well. And they're still using it to my knowledge, and we used it for many, many years. So it's if you're skeptical, don't be. Just do it.
So you mentioned Poly paying you. So talk about that referral fee a little bit. Is it a motivating factor for you?
Sure. It's not it goes on a prepaid debit card, and it's kind of like the wife don't know money. You know what I mean? Even though she generally finds it. No, it's extra cash, right? So who doesn't extra cash? It's a great incentivizer, and you guys run programs and promos sometimes where it's it's extra, or there's some swag. Got my Poly Def pad here.
Love it.
Yeah.
So talk to me a little bit about Poly with your customers. So how do you typically introduce Poly when you're trying to sell that car?
It varies by the customer. So if I'm having difficulty with a payment being too high, other times after concluded the sale of the car, I can use it then to again free up budget for service contracts, gap, that kind of stuff to offset those charges. And then if the sale is just easy and it just goes through all the way, I still do it with every customer because I get a referral fee for it, and it saves them money, and it develops a really incredible relationship with the customer. All I do is introduce them to Poly, and you guys do the rest. So it's a really easy platform, and you just have to dial a number. It's easy.
Is there a specific story you have in mind with the time that when you were meeting with a customer that helped them save money or got them over the line to buy the car?
Well, so there's many. Truly, there's many. But the one that stands out the most is a woman from Woodstock, Vermont, who had 6 vehicles on her policy. She had been with her agent for 30 some odd years.
Nice.
So we ran Poly for her. We introduced her to Poly, and then Poly did some quotes. And this is not, I'm not lying. She saved over $600 a month. And she was paying almost, I think, like $7,800 a year or something like that on insurance. And she dropped that down. So it was huge. But I've had many that have been easily in the hundreds of dollars a month in savings. She was fun because she just was like, oh my gosh, I just got a free truck. Basically the truck payment, it was covered. So she was ecstatic and a lifelong customer. So.
Oh, that makes me feel so good.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
So would you say that Poly has helped you build better relationships with customers?
Oh, sure. Yeah. And it alludes right back to what I was just saying, is that it just helps to kind of glue that relationship together. And they're going to remember that the next time.
So at what point do you introduce Poly during your pitch, during your talk track?
It varies. It varies per customer. So I guess let me say this. When I was in a different setting in the new car store, you want to introduce it pretty early and just talk about, hey, I have a great way of saving you some money on your insurance as well. And it just kind of drops the seed and gets things started so you can have that conversation. And there's times there where on a larger new car store where the payments are going to be right out of the gate, first pass as they call it, and the payment's $650 a month and they want to be at $400 a month. Well, instead of going back to the manager get them on the phone with Polly and introduce them to Polly, and Polly will start and give them quotes. And if they save 30 or 40 or $100 a month, it just says, hey, great, look, now you can afford the payment. Isn't that wonderful news?
Mhm.
Or it makes it so that you don't have to drop that as much as you normally would. But like I was saying, if the deal goes smoothly and they just say, yes, I'll do that, then you can introduce it to, at the end of the first part of the paperwork, in order to give a leg, as they say, to the finance department or whoever doing that.
Mhm.
To be able to sell back end products. And if they're saving 30 or 40 or $100 a month, that gives them the buffer to afford the service contract, which is important, without feeling like they just added another $100 to their payment.
Right.
And then if all that goes smoothly and we haven't introduced it at that time, I haven't had to, I always do it because the customers are happier. In most cases, they're really happy.
Is there anything that you would like to share, any tips or tricks that you have up your sleeve that you'd like to share with others?
Well, nothing up my sleeve, other than, it's kind of like winning the lottery. You can't win if you don't play. If you don't introduce people to Polly, then you're not going to save them money. And there's so many times where I've been literally the hero.
That's some powerful stuff right there.
Yes, powerful. I love it. I love Polly. So like I said, I'm a customer myself. So I personally was with another major national brand when I switched, and I saved $2,600 a year. And that was a long time ago. It was 6 or 7 years ago. So
Wow.
Personal story, I had 3 cars on the insurance, and that's what the savings were. And then I saved money on my house as well. So with Polly.
Well, I want to thank you for your time today, and
My pleasure. Thank
and
you.
you being such an awesome user of the Polly platform. And
I was surprised it didn't get renamed, Luke's Polly.
I know. Maybe next time, my friend.
Maybe next time. But bottom line is use it, period. Use it.
Yeah.